What's going on, everybody? It's a tag team show tonight. 1, 2, 1, 2. We back. After taking a week off. We said what we said. As always, on the keyboards over here, I got my man D. I'm the man with the legend they call Big L. And over here, we have nobody. Maybe he'll show up, maybe he won't. I don't know. We hadn't heard from him. So Tim hit us up. You can't make it, man. We understand. But we appreciate y'all hanging with us, coming back with us. And we're going to get into these conversations. Turn this music down. Alright, what's good with you, bro?
Oh man, living, bro. How about you, man? How you been doing?
I'm good, man. It's seems like we ain't done this in a while.
Oh man, we took a week off, man. It seemed like it was a I think it was a much needed break for us to sit back and regroup and get refocused on everything going on, man. For me, all the negative stuff that happened, man, it bombards you. You know what I'm saying? Because it's day after day, week after week, month after month. So just to take that time off to get refocused and to find our agenda and what we really focusing on, man. That was, I think we did. That was helpful.
Yeah, man. It was it was nice to take a break, but I did miss it.
Yeah.
Like I said, we had all intents and purposes to be live last week, but some things happened.
And, it was my mom's birthday last week, man. So bless my mom, 65.
Definitely belated happy birthday to her. And see, y'all, it wasn't about the Cowboys last week. I know y'all was blaming me for that.
That was Mondu's birthday, man.
Right. Well, you always got to take time out for Mondu's, man. Always. Real quick, man, for everybody that's watching, hit us up with those comments, concerns, questions. Like I said, man, we great to be back. And let's go ahead and dive into some things, man. First thing I want to talk about, man, is what we was talking about right before we went on regarding the I guess some officers got shot. Mm-hmm. And it was a couple of players from the Pittsburgh Steelers. I remember Pouncey being one of them. Apparently the team wanted to, I guess, take a moment of silence or do some kind of remembrance for these officers that got shot. And I think it was Pouncey and a few other players, African American players, that was like, hold up. Y'all don't want to do nothing for us when we getting shot. And now you want us to do something. So I think they kind of pulled out from it. And definitely ain't a Pittsburgh Steelers fan, but I will say this about the Steelers, man, is they are probably the only team that really, does things about the social injustices.
Yeah. Going back to the Steelers, like the first opening game for them, everybody on the team on the back of their helmets, they had something to do with Black Lives Matter, a victim of police injustice. Except for one guy. It was I think he was the offensive guard. The guy was in the military for the Steelers. Yeah. And he opted out. He opted out of doing it, but instead he put a fallen soldier's name on the back of his helmet. And it was an African American guy, but he had never served with that guy, and he put his name on it instead of putting something that deals with the true Black Lives Matter movement on it. And so they caused some. They did cause a little friction in the Steelers organization last week. But I think when they had the team meeting to say they was going to honor African Americans who have fallen due to racial crimes or injustice, then that player didn't stand up then and say, "Hey, do y'all mind if I put a fallen soldier on it?" He just agreed to do it. And then at the last minute, he went to the head coach Tomlin and told him, "Hey, I really don't want to do that. I want to put somebody else." And of course, being the head coach, he went on and said, "Yeah, okay, that's cool. Go ahead on it." But what happened? Some of his teammates didn't know that he was going to opt out. So when they saw that and it became an issue, it caused a little friction. So I can see where them wanting to honor some police officers that got shot would cause some friction in the organization, apparently with everything else that was going on. But for me, man, I don't know. That'll put me in a. Nobody needs to be gunned down. Nobody.
True.
You know, it's very unfortunate that there are good police officers out there, and they all have been basically marked as bad now because of the ones that are out there doing the bad thing. It's terrible. You know, it's what they always tell us when a cop pull us over and we're not doing anything, but we ride with somebody that's a D-boy or something like that, we're guilty by association. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They tell us you're guilty by association. So why couldn't we tell them y'all guilty by association? I mean, hey, honestly though, it's the same
it's
thing.
It's the truth,
yeah.
You know, because you're a good cop, but you're not standing up.
You're not standing up.
And I understand it's a fraternity. You know, they stick together, but you know, it's people out here, innocent people out here being killed and gunned down, and you not saying anything, not doing anything.
But they have the power to do it though. You know what I'm saying? They have the ability to say, "Hey, you wrong," but they don't because they are in fearful for either their careers or their lives or whatever. But the same way, you know, man, going back to, I don't know how I feel about them wanting to honor them guys. You know what I'm saying? That's because, like, do you think the police officers are honoring the black people that the men murdered?
No.
Exactly. So I mean, why? Why would you do that if you're not doing the same? You're not taking the same stand that we are, because it's still going on, and it was, man, it was just stuff going on. You see these videos constantly come up, and it may start off with white officers, and then some African American officers might come and they immediately jump on the guy, grab him, and stuff like that. Bruh, hold up, man. You see him murdering somebody who look like you. You see it and you assist them with it.
Yeah, it's. I mean, that's just the world we live in, man, and you know, it ain't like this has just started. You know, me and you both are old enough to have witnessed Rodney King get the hell beat out of him. With the video right there, and all four of those officers got off.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, and that was, what, 91?
Yep.
So, you know, there's a lot of things that go under the radar that ain't on video and we don't see. And not to mention, you know, the things that we do see that we still ain't getting justice for.
Exactly.
And I know that kind of sounds like a repetitive thing on this platform, but it's something that needs to be talked about, not just in our homes, but publicly. You know, because these killings are happening publicly, and we need to address this shit publicly.
Yeah, we do.
That being said, you know, Breonna Taylor's murderers are still, you know, and I know you posted that story the other day. about the family getting the settlement.
Yeah, 12 million.
12 million ain't enough.
No.
Ain't enough. And still, the murderers should still be in prison. Not jail, not bullpen, but prison. And we know who they are.
With strawberry Kool-Aid on their lips. And baby powder. That's what it need to be. Yeah, for real. But I posted that because
for Uncle Cliff.
Wait for Uncle. Hey, I like you and I want you. Clayton Bigsby, baby, Clayton Bigsby. But I posted that the other day because at first my thoughts were they are paying for silence. They are trying to pay for this family to be silent. And then all I see is that, okay, they won't prosecute these people for the murder, but maybe a civil suit or something to come to whereas that they'll never be able to pay it if they lose. But how could you do that if you settle? So there's a lot of things that I don't know how or what's going to play out after this, but I do know that if they got $12 million, the attorneys is going to get about 50% of that. So they'll get about $6 million. Then you're going to share that amongst the family, so that's not nothing. You took away a human being's life and you're basically paying them to say, oh, yeah, they made a mistake. Take this money, buy you a brand new car, get out, pay off your debt, and her life wouldn't have been in vain. Man, that's some BS, man.
And on top of that, we don't know if it was any type of like a gag order.
Yeah, clauses or something like that they put in. Yeah,
they can't discuss the case. I think that's him.
Who, Timmy?
Yeah.
No. Nah.
Yeah, we're putting him on the spot.
But that I will, until it's happening, arrest the killers of Breonna Taylor. Arrest them.
Arrest them and don't let them out.
Send the killers of George Floyd to prison. Find George Zimmerman and send him here.
That's it.
That's all you can do with him.
That's it. Just drop his ass off.
Yeah, just send him here.
And keep on driving.
Yeah. It's to a point.
Somebody will call you when you're ready.
Is he going to be ready?
I'll see it.
No, we clients. Get Boston's. Brand it up, baby.
Send that motherfucker to Wilkerson.
But yeah, it's some justices that need to be brought forth in this world. Now, another subject. Political.
Did Black Family Day was.
Yeah, we had the virtual Black Family Day, and if brother of mine is watching, I'm not sure if you're watching or not, brother. Hey, we're gonna donate. I kind of caught it late yesterday afternoon. We had a lot going on yesterday. I caught it late, but I'm gonna most definitely donate to your cause, brother. I'm not sure how much you came up with, but hey, we're gonna like I said, we're gonna most definitely donate to your cause. Because you on the forefront for us, brother, and you out there working and trying to make this thing pop for us and our people. So we're gonna definitely support that.
Definitely. Definitely want to give a shout out to Brother Amon, who has he's also been real active within the group as far as posting information and things of that nature to keep us aware, so to speak. And so, Brother Mon, we definitely appreciate that, man. I think your show probably had one of the highest number of views for us. So we definitely appreciate that, man. We definitely gotta link up and get you back on here, brother.
Oh yeah. Well, going back to what I was gonna say, man. Political differences. Yeah, somebody just said what they say. We as people have a tendency of falling on a banana in a tailpipe. they send a little change out and we'll be quiet. Now, you're right. You absolutely right, man. Because you know that for me, I think that falls short on upbringing. Because for one, a lot of us don't value life as much as we should, and we chase a dollar more than we should. You know, instead of enjoying life and living life,
Right.
and loving and laughing and smiling and just enjoying life and every day and every aspect of it, we seem to take that dollar and that's it. You know, so that's upbringing. So their comment is true. I feel like their comment is true. But I was just saying, like, political. You know, you see. One thing I was focusing on, I saw Magma, Make America Great Again, the flag or whatever.
That bullshit.
This man has took the American flag, as we know it, red, white, and blue, with the stars, and still got the stars, but he changed the flag to blue and black, to black with a red stripe. I'm like, if this is not a communist act, I don't know what it is, man. It's and people know that he's lying, know that he's a sexual offender, know that he's a liar, know he's a bigot, know that he's racist, sexist. He's probably, I ain't gonna say that, but I mean, it's just,
say it with your chest.
They know,
say it with your said,
for a fact that this individual is who he is, and for the simple fact that he say what he want to say. He say what he want to say because you scared to say what you want to say. That's the key. Yeah. Be bold enough to say what you got to say in front of somebody. Yeah. In front of us or anybody. Be bold enough then, but because this man is president of the United States, he got security guards. He can say it. But because he I ain't even gonna say he got the nuts enough to say it. He's just crazy. He's the leader of a free country and he's crazy. And people will support this and follow this and take this country to the fires of hell because he say what he want to say.
I won't say he's crazy. I think he knows what he's doing. I think he's just a puppet.
But either a puppet for who?
For the Congress? Rich, the very wealthy behind the scenes.
Yeah.
We all know that this country has the wealthy has been running a lot of this stuff, and I just really feel like he's a puppet.
Who has he's also been real active.
You know, he's nothing but a puppet. It still amazes me how someone who never held a political office, you never ran for school board, mayor, alderman, a representative of Congress, nothing. And then all of a sudden, you know, most of America and mostly white America feels like you're the best option to be president. It's something more to that. And like you said, people just, they follow behind him because he says the things that maybe they want to say. And since he's been in office, there's no way in hell anybody, whether you're Republican or Democrat, can tell me and be honest about it that this country is in better shape now than what you were 4 years ago, 8 years ago, 12 years ago, 20 years ago. You know, we just had the anniversary of 9/11 not too long ago.
Yep.
And it's sad for me to say this, but that's probably the one time in my 47 years that I saw all of America come together. Is when shit happened in 9/11.
Yeah.
That was the one time it wasn't about race. You know, you seen black people helping white people helping black people, and I know people out there got different ideas and beliefs about 9/11. I have some too. But that was really the one time, and probably the last time, that we all came together as one country to fight a common enemy.
Yeah.
And then, it's been the only common enemy that we've had since then and before then was racism. And now racism is at its peak, and you are seeing who your true friends are, and then some who are your true friends, they're caught in the middle. They don't know, they don't want to get involved. But some shit you got to get involved with. When black men and women are getting gunned down for no reason, just being at home, sleep, or getting shot in the back 9 times, things like that. Whether you black, white, Asian, whatever, you got to get involved. You got to speak up. If you're watching this, if you watch us, I just did a thing on about the Cowboys. I can wake up tomorrow, it'll have 1,000 views. But this right here, what we doing, might not have 1,000 views in the morning. Why we can't pay attention to that?
Yeah. It's for me and you. These subjects they're close to heart. You know what I'm saying? Because we've been through a lot of this stuff.
Yeah.
Then we got sons. We got daughters. That's going to deal with this country the way it is. So we got we got a little bit of solidity to talk about this stuff. You know what I'm saying? We've been through it. There's a lot of our friends who haven't been through racial profiling or police stopping you and questioning you and throwing you out the car. I mean, we done been through stuff like that, man. Yeah, and I admit, sometimes we might
both have been.
Yeah, sometimes we might have been doing this
to a
stuff.
party at Wake Forest, and the cops roll up, and the white guys at the frat house just talk shit to the cops.
And they come up to us with, y'all got IDs. Yeah, we done been through that. But, this is, if your eyes are not open to what is going on in this world to right now at this moment, then you sleep. You are asleep, and you will be.
You ain't trying to be woke.
Yeah, and you will. It's bad, man. It's bad. I look at, like you said, man. Like you said, going back to, show me how it's better. Show me how I could. When my young kids constantly turn on TV and news come on, we watch the news and they see it. How I try to tell them, hey, this is what's going on. How I try to explain to them and they ask me, why did the cops kill him? Why they put a bag over this man's face and he died? But they want to say he was on drugs. Well, regardless of the fact he was on drugs, you were called to help this man, not to murder him.
Protect and serve.
Yeah, so how am I? Show me, as first of all, a black man, not because this don't go the other way, and that's just point blank. It don't go the other way. It don't happen to the other side. So show me as a black man, a free black man, how this country is better for me, how this country is going to be better for my kids. Explain it to me, because right now I don't see it. And I think that's a lot of the frustrations and the confusions and the whole conflicts that this country is going through, because a lot of people don't see it. A lot of people don't see it. Regardless of what your political association is, Democrat or Republican, a lot of people, a lot of citizens, a lot of Americans, human beings, they don't see how this country is better. We see a country divided. I see a country divided. I see a third world country. Matter of fact, man, that's what I see.
That's how you walk around now with your mask on.
Your mask. You look at TV. You see Seattle. You see Wisconsin. You see Georgia. You see cities that's burned. You see, National Guard in the streets. Like you see this stuff, man. I'm like, man, what in the world? And it's like, it's crazy, and it's crazy that some people just don't see it. I don't know how to
I don't think they want to see it. I think they want to see. They want to see that black American flag with the
with the blue and red stripe.
Yeah.
That make America great again. No,
that's what they want to see.
You want the hat supposed to say something different. It ain't supposed to say make America great. It's supposed to say make America white. Am I lying? That's what the hat.
You ain't lying.
That's what the hat supposed to say, man. Because it was something. We was watching something. It was a lady, and she made the statement about her. It was a white lady, and she was talking about her kids. And the reason why she voted for Donald Trump is because he's going to give my son the life he deserves. What is that?
Hi, I'm Herschel Walker. Donald Trump is my friend.
What life do you want your son to have? Be honest with me and tell him.
Fuck, they find Herschel Walker.
Oh, my God. First of all, ain't he in Hall of Fame?
Hell no.
Okay, good. He got a Heisman Trophy though, right?
Yeah.
Busted. Somebody take a sledgehammer and bust Herschel Walker's trophy. Bust it up in front of him. I mean, oh my God.
All right, but speaking of that, man, apparently we had a Trump rally in
I saw that.
in Louisville yesterday, and apparently Keisha was there, or she rode by and see what was going on, and she did a little video where I guess some black man that was I guess Herschel Walker disrespected her or something. I'm not sure what the man said. I don't know where they find these motherfuckers from. I really don't.
Oh, God.
I mean, is it a factory somewhere that they make them?
I don't know, man. But it's like the black guy that was standing up at the monument when the monument got moved. And there was a black guy sitting up there with the Confederate stuff on. And he's sweating like a Hebrew slave in 110-degree weather. He got all that Confederate stuff on. And Lord forgive me, but I did go by there and say, "You want some water?" And I just threw a whole open bottle of water on him, man, because I was like, "You embarrassing me."
So you said you threw a whole
open bottle of water on him. I said, "Man, here goes some water." But forgive me, brother, if you watch this, man. But yeah, you needed it. You was hot. But
man, it was like I said. I don't know what the man did exactly to her or what he said, but obviously, when I watched the video, she was really upset. But everything she said in the video, she spoke some truth. She spoke some truth about getting out there and vote. And during the video, there was a white man that walked by, didn't say a word to her. He walked by, he was on camera, she was filming. Didn't say a word to her, and she actually said that she respected that man's right to vote for whoever he wanted to vote for, and that's all great. And as far as the Herschel Walker that was out there, you can't do nothing but respect his right, but the disrespect, man, it's even worse when it's somebody that looks like you. You know what I'm saying? You can vote for who you want to. But when first of all, you out there disrespecting a woman.
Yeah.
Black woman, first of all. Would you have done that had it been a group of guys? Group of black men?
No.
Would you have done that then?
No.
Since they got you up there acting like your name Day Day and you top flight security up there at the entrance and shit.
Yeah, why he wasn't in his pickup truck?
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
And that's another thing I see, man. All my years, man, I ain't never seen no pickup trucks ride around here with Reagan on the back of them or Bush. Well, you might have seen a couple with Bush. No, I didn't.
No, I didn't.
You know, but but we got the Trump. You know, you just gotta know. You gotta show everybody that you a Trump fan.
Cause he a different character, man. this cat is a different breed, man.
But what has he done? That's what I'm saying.
He's just he elevated the openness to racism. That's what he did. That's what he did. That's all he did. He elevated that. He opened the door to freedom of speech for white America, not black America, but for white America. He opened that door.
It's always been there.
Not like it is now, though.
It's always been there.
Because if you think about it, the chest is poked out now, where before it wasn't. They wouldn't be as upfront with the way they feel or all this stuff then, since he's been president, because they feel like we got somebody that can do it for us.
But here's the thing. Like I said, you wouldn't do that to me. If I'm
still wouldn't.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what though?
Your chest might be poked out, but you don't poke that shit out at me.
You know what though?
Bullshit.
Some of them may be bold enough to doing that just because of how he's, like I said, he's opened that door. He's created that pathway that say what you want to say, do what you want to do. I'm just saying. I honestly believe some of them would try you for the simple fact that it's privileged. He don't agree. And like I say, we sometimes we disagree, but I feel like
if you gonna find somebody to try me, you better call Herschel Walker.
But we know what's gonna happen. We know what's gonna happen. But I'm just saying the opportunity has it grew now that somebody would do it.
It hasn't happened to me. The only person that's ever said something to me was the white woman when I had the paper towel.
Yeah, she gonna kick your tail on the paper towel.
Man, whatever.
She wear y'all on the paper towels.
No, that's just privilege. Not necessarily white privilege, but female privilege, knowing that I'm a man, and if I punch you in your fucking mouth, you know, the police gonna shoot and tase me.
Yeah. And
then be like I'm on drugs and shit the next day in the press conference or some shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's where that come from.
Let's talk about this right quick. What is this? Let me show this in our head. See
what questions we got.
It's not a question. It says Trump is the ambient of white supremacy. He's a mirror facing his country. He's what our country has always been, but somewhat secretly. Exactly. That's what I was saying. But because he is the front runner for that right there, now they feel like they got their cape on. They got the S on their chest. You know what I'm saying? Now they ain't pulling their chest. They ain't pulling their S out around a big tub of kryptonite. You know what I'm saying? Kryptonite being like this. They ain't doing that. But they'll do it though. They'll get on social media and they'll say all this stuff like the little dude, the man said something about the little kid will look a whole lot better with a bullet hole in them braids. You know, bro, if that would have been my child, I'd have went and found him. Like, honestly. I just went, I need for you to tell me that to my face. Like right now. Because you just threatened my son. So, we need to handle this. Regardless of that. I mean, you know. But then the cowards, and they are cowards, the cowards take it down. How you going to make a post like that and then instantly take it down because
you said what you said?
You said what you said. Be who you going to be. Don't worry about the repercussions. Don't worry about losing your job. Don't worry about losing friends, losing your church. Don't worry about none of that. Be who you gonna be.
Business.
Yeah, be who you gonna be. You know, be that.
We still gonna come get flowers from you till somebody open another.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So we're
I mean,
gonna
just
speak
say
on
what
we're
it
gonna,
is,
we're
you
gonna speak
know.
on that. We're gonna speak on that too. But the one thing, me, the way I feel, us as a people have got to stop being our own worst enemies. We have got to stop pushing each other down and pulling each other up. That's what we got to do. We got to start in enhancing and uplifting our own people. Um, Instead of just knocking them down, man. Instead of being jealous hearted or just plain route nosy. Just nosy being in other people's business. Just know that what they doing is for them. If it's not causing you any hurt, harm, or danger, why are you worried about it? If it ain't in your house or directly impacting your house, why are you worrying about your neighbor instead of uplifting your neighbor, supporting your neighbor, telling them something positive, speaking to them? You know, that's one thing with our people, man. It's man, you know, just recently I was in a situation with a guy, man, and this cat, I don't understand. I can't grasp the concept of it. How you belittle people when you talk to them, or you feel like people are obligated to do stuff for you when you, in general, you supposed to be offering a service for them. And I can't rock like that. If you're not trying to uplift, upbuild, and promote, I can't rock with you, and I will never rock with you. So no, if the question come to me that are we cool, I'm gonna tell you straight to your face, no, we not cool. Because you not for us, you not for your own people, man. You for you. You want your clout, and your clout ain't about it. I can't rock with you, man. Like if you can't build a young man, a young woman up instead of just talking to them, talking down on them because you got a little bit more than them, or you don't know how their upbringing is. No, I can't rock with you, and I will never rock with you. Never. I've never been like that. And y'all can ask my brother right here. Like we both was only kids, and we both was like spoiled. Like we was spoiled, but we was also raised to the fact that we were never better than anybody else. Whatever we wanted, we had to work for it. We're never better or greater than anybody, because everything that we have right now can be taken away from us within the next minute. So we was never like that. But for people who act like because they got a little bit more or this and that, and you talk down on people or just, man, I can't rock with you like that. Don't be in my area because I can't be with you.
I'm gonna try something here, man.
Yeah.
We're gonna try to do something here. We don't know how it's gonna work out.
What?
What's up?
So, cuz you gotta answer the phone with an attitude. I just talked about black people uplifting black people. You supposed to be like, "How my kings?"
You there?
How can I help you, sir?
Oh no! I
What
told you we gonna get you live now.
What's up, cuz? Love you.
What's happening?
What's going on? Go and type the name up there.
Here.
Let me put your name up there. Cuz
Yeah.
Isha.
Yeah, we got Aisha Ward on the phone, and she been all in the comments and stuff, you know. So we want her to get some of this shit off her chest, cause we know she got some things she won't say.
She ain't gonna say nothing.
No, she better say something.
Well, what you want me to get off my chest?
I want you to
all
Let me
live.
ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. So you got a young man as a son, right?
Yeah.
So when he leave the house at night, how do you feel?
I have been worried about Juwan being away from home ever since he got his driver's license.
You got to call his name
And
out like that.
well, whatever. I don't know who my son is.
Go ahead. We just messing with you.
But I'm saying I have been worried about him not being at home ever since he got his driver's license, because when he got his driver's license was around the same time that Mike Brown was gunned down in Ferguson. So all of that played a role in my nerves being on edge all the time. And but at this point, what can you do?
Yeah, because you can't keep him in the house.
You can't keep him in the
Can't
house.
keep him in the
And
house.
Dwayne is a grown man.
Yeah.
He, in his
One, two
eyes,
grown
he's
men.
grown. You say what?
He two grown men. Stop playing.
Let him tell it. He is anyway.
Still a little cuz. Still a little cuz.
But but what can you do? You can't shelter him. You can't shelter none of these kids 24/7. And you got these cops out here that
Say
probably
it.
was bullied as
Say it.
it's not in high school. So
Say it.
now, they got a little power. So all they doing is hiding behind a gun.
Right.
And I mean that goes for the black and the white, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I don't trust none of them.
Say it. Shit, say it with your chest.
I already know.
When,
But this whole world, this whole country, in my opinion, is going to hell in a handbasket because you got the ones out here that don't want to say something. Then you got the ones out here that say too much. All these fake woke people out here, and I don't know. It's just
Stepping on toes.
it get kind of depressing sometimes. You don't want to talk about it all the time, but then you don't want to not talk about it because it's like you ignoring what's going on. But what can you do? How many times can we march? My feet hurt.
yeah. And it ain't from stomping on nobody.
I'm just saying. You say what?
It ain't from stomping on nobody. You know what I'm saying? It's just from,
Maybe that's what we need to start doing.
but
What?
Stomping on some folks.
You can't do that. So who won't go to jail? Me and you? I can't survive behind bars.
The good one. Hey, Barton and Malcolm went to jail.
Well, I ain't.
Not saying I can survive
I ain't
behind.
at that point yet.
I'm gonna survive some kind of way.
I'm a black woman. We already know how they feel about us, so I can't. They shoot us while we sleep,
True.
and then don't nobody care nothing about it. They can pass laws. They can, they can stop the no-knock warrants. They can give a family $12 million. But guess what? The white man still out there doing what he do.
yeah.
And just shoot us down like guns, like dogs.
So me and Mike was talking. We was discussing, and then we was just talking about how like
What? Big L.
big. There you go. There you go. First of all. Two grown men should call each other by nicknames. That's
I'm a
never
little
been
uncomfortable with you.
I am too. Somebody, see, I'm gonna just tell you, it's an underlying story behind what he just said. And like I said, I can't rock with some people. I just put it like that. I'm not gonna call you big nothing. First of all, I'm not gonna do that. No, I'm not gonna do that. But anyway, we was just talking about how like I feel like since 45 has been in office, he's opened up that pathway for the people. Because I would say this: some of white America, I feel like they felt suppressed, like they couldn't honestly say what they wanted to say. They couldn't honestly be the way they wanted to be because of the way the world was. But now since he's become president and he says what he say and do what he want to do and just reckless on every aspects of his office. Now that chest is poked out. Now they feel like they can say it, they can do it, and I just feel like that. I just feel like they've got they like Popeye. They ate the spinach and the arms are swole up now.
Let me play devil's advocate.
Yeah.
Wasn't our chest poked out when Obama was in office?
No. I would say no because I think the way he presented himself, it wasn't just for black people, it wasn't for white people, but as a president and for all people. And when I would hear somebody black say Obama didn't do nothing for black people, I said, well, Obama did something for everybody.
Yeah.
Everything he did was for everybody. So for you to sit here and say he didn't do nothing for black people, man, you ignorant. Like
that is the most ignorant statement.
What was he supposed to do to black folk?
So I'm gonna just increase black folk unemployment to $1,600 a month, and white folk y'all ain't getting but $200. Is that what y'all was spending him to say?
In 3 hours.
Yeah. Before he got sworn in. Yeah. Before he got sworn in. So I'm just like, y'all saying this stuff that like he didn't do that. That's the most ignorant thing I've heard. And Trump basically, he's saying who he gonna do this stuff for. It ain't for me. I can't tell how my family benefits from anything.
It's for the wealthy. It ain't even for the people that support him the most.
Right, because if you white and poor, he don't give a shit about you.
Nothing. Say that again. Say it again one time. Put some sound effects on that one. Put some sound effects on that one. Where are you going with this?
You ain't gotta be poor. If you white and middle class, he don't care nothing about you. If you ain't making $1 million in profit every year,
you know what?
Hang it up.
When I was working in Winston, it was a gentleman there. I may have told the story. And he worked for the temporary service there. He was basically homeless. He was a white guy living out of his truck. His work boots, he had duct tape on them because they were falling apart. And he probably was making $9.75 an hour. And like I said, I was working for Archie Reynolds, so I knew what I was
sexy
making.
voice.
I don't know, it just dropped right there. My cousin. But anyway, so we was just talking. This was before Trump got elected, and he was like, "I'm voting for Trump because he gonna look out for us middle class folk." And when he said it, I was like, I said, who middle class? And he was like, us. I said, bruh, okay, if you're not making $350 over a year,
that's middle class and his eyeball.
I'm just saying, if you're not making that, if you're not making $350, you're not middle class. I said, I'm not making $350. I wish I was. Lord Jesus, I wish I was making $350. But I said, if you're not making $350K a year, and like you said, you got a business while you bringing in $1 million profits, you're not middle class, bro. We at the bottom of the totem pole. I said, you think this man is going to look out for you? I said, I can guarantee you this. He said, what's that? I can guarantee you 4 years after he's elected, if you still working here, you're going to still be wearing them boots with tape on it. And you're going to still be homeless. He looked at me like I just called him everything. Something. I said, I can promise you that. I said, because it's not going to he's not going to change nothing for you. That's just like this little, the tax thing that he tried to do. The company I work for, thank God, opted out. Yes, they opted out of it. Because it's a setup. You know what I'm saying? It is a setup. You will sit there and take that little $80 to $150 or $200 a week from federal taxes now, but then you're going to have to pay it back in a certain amount of time.
Well, won't nobody be a Red Lobster in that.
Oh, no.
Really?
But I was just like, man, they trying to sit there and mask.
Well, it's going to be some of us that's going to take that little money.
No, and it is, man. I'm like, that's why. Hey, I ain't gonna sit here and say
income tax time.
Thank you for the stimulus. I appreciate you for the stimulus, but my whole reservations for the stimulus was until I found out. No, this is absolutely not gonna affect your taxes. I was skeptical. You know what I'm saying? I was like, hold up, man. Like it's got to come back somehow.
Yeah, it's always got to be back.
And I believe now. I think now that's what's one of the holdbacks. Like. Of why they can't approve it because they trying to figure out how they can get it back.
They just don't know it yet.
Yeah,
right.
It's always gonna come back. They ain't gonna give you something for nothing.
No. Hang that up.
So how's the family, man? How's the family? Everybody good?
Everybody good. You know, I'm sick of quarantine, but you know, everybody good over here.
Get out the damn house. Shit.
Listen.
Get out the damn house. Let me tell you again. Get out.
I get out of the house. I mind my business. But I ain't fooling with no crap. But you know, people nasty. I ain't got time.
Look, me and sister was in Greensboro yesterday. And I was like, man, we need to go get Mariah some shoes. Let's go by the mall. I went through the mall, put in the parking lot. I said, I'm going to order online. I said, it's about 1,600 cars out in this parking lot. I can't rock with it. I can't do it. I'm scared.
I ain't going to.
I'm scared, man. No, I can't do it. I saw an old coworker yesterday. I had my mask on. He said, "Oh, you don't need that mask." I said, "Use the damn lie." Use the damn lie, bro. I need mine. COVID
I
ain't.
thought I was going to go to jail in Sam's Club last week.
Oh, let's talk about it then. Talk about it. Bring it to the table.
What, you finna fight somebody in there?
Yeah, bring it to the table.
No, they just, it's a whole lot of people that don't look like me and you in there.
Mm-hmm.
And they like, they running over you trying
So
to
you
get that.
saying white people?
Well, you told me not to cuss, so I figured I can't say white people either. Make your mind up.
Maybe we should let you sleep. You said say what you want, say what you say.
All right, well, go ahead with your story.
It ain't no story. I like my space. Give me 10 feet. I don't need the 6. I need 10. Get away from me.
Damn.
And
You need 10 feet.
I need 10 feet.
You don't get 10 feet in Sam's now. That's be lucky you get 5.
Well, I'm just saying. That was just a mistake on my part. What happened again?
No, ain't no mistake. Just put your mask on, get out the house, and live your life. Anybody get too close, just punch them in the throat.
Ain't shit to do. Everything closed. So I stay home.
I say what some places having like day parties and stuff like that. Day
parties.
I can't take it. How I'm gonna drink through a mask? I don't trust it.
Get
Get it out.
Yeah, it was supposed to be Winston homecoming this weekend.
Well, A&T homecoming supposed to be Halloween.
We don't care nothing about that.
Well, I'm going to go then because
not this show.
Well, let's talk about what is on the show then.
What you want to talk about? No, we ain't wearing no mask out here. We in the open. Shit, we in the country.
We in the country.
You taking temperatures?
We got acreage. I take a temperature every morning when I go to work.
I do the breathing test and everything. Every day I go to work, we got
They got 999,000 cases at work, but as long as my temperature fine, they want me going through.
Well, where I work at, we got those little iPad stations where you got to go with your mask on and everything. It checks your temperature and check the mask. If you ain't got them on, you ain't going to work.
Well, let's talk about this by the block back situation, y'all.
Yeah, let's talk about that. So, what we've been talking about is how we as a people can come together and say candidates come to us with ideas for a business. Right? And people donate $100 or $50 for $100. We got over, how many members we got in the group now?
Over 1,000.
Over 1,000 members. So you figure if 75% of them donate $100, that's $7,500, right?
Bring that number down a little bit.
Yeah, whatever. 50%.
Bring that number down.
If 50% donated $100, listen though. You're right. But if 50% of them donated $100, and then we had outside resourcing from other organizations that were helping them, that were willing to help, or individuals, and say individual came to us with an idea, and they had the business proposal, the layout for the business and everything, and we said okay. They said it would cost me $5,000 to get started, to buy my supplies and get the store started. Okay, so what we could do is try to figure out, okay, when we do this, if we decide which one of these businesses we want to start, this is how much time we would like. We can't force you to pay it back, but the humanly right thing for you to do would to put back into it. So we could say, okay, so if you're gonna use, say for instance, Swipe. Every time somebody uses the Swipe card at your establishment, a percentage of that will go back into the funds that we've set aside to create these businesses. You know what I'm saying? And then give that place about 2 years to pay it back. If they sign an agreement, I'm pay it back. Or if they're blessed and it's a success, then they can put it back faster than that. And we just continue to build businesses that way.
She sound like she getting ready. tell you.
Well, no, the downside to it, is people. That's the
Okay.
downside. Which people? So not what people
I got
won't.
questions though.
Okay,
I got
let me finish though. The
Okay.
people that won't be like the ones that went into them little pyramid things, cashed out and then go back in. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
How will
Right.
we vet the people that we know that's gonna start their business, promote their business, push their businesses, and then put back into the program to uplift somebody else? Because,
Right.
like I said, I've and throughout my life I've known several Asian families, Hispanic families, and these Hispanics do that. These families do that. They'll pool their money together to push one set of the family members up, and then they'll start a business. Then when that business get going and established, they'll put money back into another family. Where the whole time everybody, like when they start their business, that family will start working at their business. So everybody in their business is making some form of income from their business. Then they'll start another business for the next family. Then let that get rolling. Then start another one. And before you know it, it's a house full of convenience store owners. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's how they
Right.
do it. But that's how they do it. That's how that culture has taught them how to do it.
Right.
Our culture hasn't taught us.
But
so
us.
we got to break that mindset. We
don't
got to
teach
train
about credit.
ourselves. Huh?
We don't even teach our kids about credit.
Exactly. So we got to break the mindset of what we don't know, and to how can we get to that? Because, like, I mean, you see when they had the rise in Baltimore and California, DC, they went and burnt down stores, but these were stores for Asian people, but them the families that was doing it, they was promoting their own family members in different areas. You know what I'm saying? It might have been an Asian guy owned a hair store. It might have been an Asian guy owned a convenience store. Another part of them had a liquor store. But that was all in the same family. They promoted each other. Why we as a people can't do the same thing? That's what I'm trying to get us to. That's the whole agenda of all of this, man.
So what's your question? Your question?
Well, okay. All that sounds good in theory. I'm all for it. However, my first question is, what businesses are on the block? Because the block is gone. So
It ain't necessarily. I would say for me to say by the block, I'm not necessarily saying the physical area of the block. You know what I'm saying?
okay.
Because it's
All right,
business.
that's a whole lot.
Yeah, that's some. Yeah,
Because I
I'm
was
not
like,
saying.
wait a minute.
Yeah, I'm not just saying just because it's nothing but a parking lot now. So I'm not
Okay,
talking
all
about that. And to be honest, the block, if it was staying there, it's owned by a black man now, basically.
Okay.
Like Pelham's Transportation and bought it. They got it.
Okay.
But like
Okay.
when I say by the block, I'm seeing like just businesses in general throughout the county,
Just
throughout the city.
basically supporting
Just
supporting black
supporting, yeah,
businesses.
yeah.
So
Okay, I get
basically
that.
talking about building a new block.
Okay, I
Just
get that.
building a
Check this
block
out.
or building business, just getting them.
Go ahead, Isha.
All right, so think about it this way. Right now, we are in a global pandemic. And you are looking at businesses that have been established for years and years and years that have simply tanked because of this pandemic. Okay? Now, while I'm all for supporting black businesses, I think the real way to go right now would be e-commerce. E-commerce is blowing up. You can start a business with little to no money out of your own pocket online if
Exactly.
you got a great idea and it meets the needs of the people.
And see, that's the thing. Like because okay, like right now we're still in the front parts trying to build a committee because the committee has to be open-minded individuals that's not in it for their own profits. You know what I'm saying?
You got a committee.
Yeah, no, we putting it together now. We're trying to find the right fit of people with
Who
the
the
right
head of the
mindset. Huh?
Who the head of the
You gotta
committee?
get the committee
You
first.
looking at two.
I work security.
But what I'm saying though, like the mindset of the people. I'll be honest. I have reached out to some individuals that I feel, me personally, I feel like are genuinely uplifting brothers that want to see the black community succeed in this
Okay.
area. So and I feel like I'm a great judge of character. I know a lot of people might say I suck at that, but I feel like I'm a great judge of character. And like where my mindset is right now, it's like, man, I'm promoting this thing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm a roll with it. And the guys that I talk to, they like genuine, humble guys that have been through things in their life, that have their businesses, that are trying to see other people succeed. I've never heard them down another person when they started something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's the type of people that you have to have. You have to have people that's gonna be open minded to things. And like the e-commerce thing, that's it. Like when the person come with the idea, you submit it to the committee, and the committee will look it over. Man, that might work right there. Not saying the business in general, but just how is this business going to affect us as a people, or uplift or promote our either health, livelihoods, or whatever as a people. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
So
hold on a second. Now, if we opening a business, we can't just direct it towards black people.
no, it's a
be
business.
successful.
It's a business. It's not towards black people, but at the end
We
of the
want
day,
black owned.
whenever we promote one black owned business, we promoting ourselves. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because you only market it to a certain. If you only market,
Yeah,
to
you
black
can't.
people,
No, we're not gonna do that.
you
We're gonna
can't
market
hold
every
yourself.
First of all, the business, whoever business it is, that's their business. We will have no input on that business. That's yours. You market it. You hustle it. You roll with your business. That's your business. All we doing is giving you. We trying to promote black owned businesses. You know what I'm saying? That's all my idea is. Just promote the black owned business. You run your own business. It ain't like we can just come into your business and say we need to check your books. No. That ain't our place. We ain't doing that. That's your business. But it's gonna be in your spirit and your heart that, hey, they help me, I'm gonna help somebody. You think about this. How many people do you know went on them susu boards and put $100?
You know what?
Them susu boards, them pyramid schemes.
Pyramid scheme.
Put $100, $500, $1,000, $1,500. I did, and I know.
Oh, Lord.
I did one, got burnt, but hey, $100, man. You know. But anyway, I'll be honest, I'll try to get paid, but I'm just saying, how many people do you know did that, right? But they was quick because they was after that quick dollar. But if they can invest in a business, come up with their own idea, because it's not like we're gonna just do one and be finished. You know what I'm saying? We gonna do that. If this thing is a success, then we're gonna push 10, 15, 20. Before you know it, we have businesses all across the state. You know what I'm saying? It ain't gotta be.
But what you think about education classes on running a business? Because everybody ain't got that kind of knowledge.
They ain't got that knowledge. That's why.
Well, you need people who actually are in business to run
people,
that.
Yeah, the people that I've talked to, they have knowledge and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? They have knowledge in like teach, or if somebody bring a business plan to us, they can look at it and be like, hey, let's change this right here. What if you thought about doing this instead of that? Maybe this aspect of it can change. You can change the numbers. How did you get those demographic numbers right here? Because when we pull it up, we're not getting it. We're not shying you away from what you're saying, but let's be factual, because it may come a day after you done got established, you want to expand.
Yeah.
And you may need to go to the White America Bank then. You know what I'm saying? Get your ducks in a row, so when you have to go then so be it. And you know what? Think about this. This is another thing. Joe Walker. Norwood Acres. Yeah. Norwood Acres. That man bought that land and built a community.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? This man built a community. And we don't have that. Just imagine, just like the families in Georgia that bought the 90-some acres. If we bought land, it ain't gotta be 90 acres. But if somebody of African American came to us and said they wanted to start a construction company, and you got the credentials, you got the licenses, you got everything. You just need a little startup money for your capital to buy equipment, or just to put on your first bid.
Yeah.
And we have an African American that can do that, that can build nice houses, and we come together as a group and buy land and build houses for and it ain't gotta be no $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 houses, but just nice houses for family. Ain't gonna be no shotgun houses either. I'm talking about a nice neighborhood like Norwood Acres. You know what I'm saying? You did that and put families out there, and it ain't just black families in Norwood Acres. It's white people out there too. That's what I'm saying. You just build by that and just build up, because if 10 years from now, so a kid that's 9, 10 years old see somebody that's 22, 23, 24 years old buying a nice house for their first time, what they gonna say? Man, I can do that too. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we got. I feel like we gotta get them change the mindset of life is so hard. It's hard for us to the point to where is I can do that. I can be that. You know what I'm saying?
Land is cheap right now.
Huh? Oh,
Land
the
is cheap right now.
interest rate is like 1 point something on a 15-year mortgage. I wish I had a higher credit score. I just I'd be gone right
you
now.
know that goes back to the question about if they gave reparations, what would you like? A lot of people chose tax-free dollars, and I was one of the ones that said land.
Yeah.
Give me that land. Like Timmy has said plenty of times on here. All the land that's ever gonna be made is already here.
What did what was in Baby Boy? What did he say in Baby Boy? The movie Baby Boy. What did he say? You want the something or the butter? You remember when he was telling Baby Boy?
Money or the butter?
Yeah, you want that or you want the butter? He's like, because the butter is this. But like what he was telling him is, if you out there doing whatever you're doing to get it, buy something of value. Get something that's gonna keep its value in its money, instead of buying something that's gonna have that value for today and then tomorrow it's gone. You know what I'm saying? So when we get in the mindset like that, and like the buy the block, like I said, the whole buy the block concept is basically like just like I said, man, it's just people, because like I got ideas for stuff that I want to do. Lamont got ideas for stuff he want to do. You probably got ideas for stuff you want to do. It's so many of us that got ideas for stuff that we want to do. We just don't have the resources right now to do it.
Yeah.
That if a group of us can come together and say, "What now?"
I think the first key is education. Then Then the next step would be money.
Yeah, then it'll be money. But then it's like vetting the right people. You got to put the right people, the people that's going to be willing to put back into it. Because this is not like a fly by night thing. It won't be a one time thing. This is something that need to be ongoing, like from now on.
Yeah.
You there, Aisha?
I'm here.
You breaking up or something there? But yeah, man, I agree. The first thing that's needed is the education on that, and that education really needs to come from established business owners to give us the insight on which hurdles to look for, and when we come across those hurdles, how to handle them. Because depending on where you buying this land at, let's say you buying it here in this hometown, you already know you're gonna come up on some hurdles, because people ain't gonna want to sell because of the color of your skin, or they're gonna do everything they can to keep you from getting it. We got, Brother Greg Lee was on here not too long ago when he spoke about the hurdles that he has to go through just, trying to get his truck going.
Well, he had a spot, and we didn't support it.
That's true, but that's the thing.
That's what I said. We are on worst
enemy. It can't
enemy.
be just we. It's got to be everybody. But we, and when I say we, I'm talking about black folk. We need to be accountable for supporting black people in their businesses. We need to do a better job of that. And I know, like I said before, I know prices might be a little bit high sometimes, and we should be able to deal with it. Now, service on the other part, that we can't have that bad service, but
that's a whole nother.
Yeah, I would love to see.
That's a whole other topic right there.
I would love to see. Somebody open up another Frank Hart's around here. Just somewhere where I can get something to eat rather than going to Pete's all the time. You know what I'm saying? Because
I mean, that's
Pete's
like
been here for 40 years. They gonna be here.
that's like Brother Coleman, man. He had a spot, man.
Yeah, and we ain't support that.
And people didn't support that, man. And
I think his mistake was that he moved.
Uptown.
No, when he left Uptown.
Oh yeah.
Where
But
they moved to?
he closed it when he left there, didn't he?
I thought he moved out somewhere on 158.
No, I think he ended it. If I'm not mistaken, I thought he ended it. But but
Anyway.
business is like that. Like, man, it's so many talented brothers and sisters with fantastic ideas and awesome dreams and goals that they have set in place. And these people have set these goals in place not for themselves, but for their lineage. You know what I'm saying? For their kids.
Yeah.
And them the ones you gotta look out. Them the ones that we need to push because they showing so much selfless about themselves that they looking out for their kids, and that's how it's gonna keep going. When we start thinking about the now and start thinking about the future, then that's when this ball gonna get rolling. That's just like life insurance. I cannot tell you enough to buy life insurance. Buy it up. It's cheap. Life insurance is cheap, man. You can get $100,000 policies for less than $75 a month.
Yeah.
Get
I
that
was gone
policy.
before I even knew I
I'm
needed
trying to tell you, I'm just saying you can get those policies like but $100,000 to a family that ain't got nothing is a lot.
Yeah.
Man, get that life insurance. I got a homeboy now, Dante Williams, Primerica life insurance, and I had plenty of life insurance before that, but my brother just got his license and he started selling life insurance, and I told him I'm gonna give him a shout out. I say, hey, bruh, hey, look out, and he looked out. I got some insurance with him, and if y'all need some life insurance, hey, shoot me a message, and I'm gonna put y'all in contact with my brother. And if for any of y'all that know Dante, man, Dante is like one of the most honest, humble guys you will ever meet in your life. Like he would never do you wrong. Never. I mean, it's hard to find guys like that. And when I first met Dante, he had first thing I had when I first met him was I had that Reason mentality. Don't I know you from Reason? Nah, nigga, you don't know me. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you don't know me? What you know? I don't know you. How you know me? And then we just started talking. Then I said, okay, no, this brother right here, he cool. And then we was just talking, man. And he is like one of the most honest, humble, soft-spoken, God-fearing young men that you will ever meet in your life. And anything he asked me to do, man, I'm there for him. I'm truly there for him for that, man. He raising his wife. He got his wife. He got his kids. His kids is good. His wife is good. And I'm telling y'all, I'm giving a big shout out to Dante Williams, man. If y'all need life insurance, y'all got any questions about life insurance, if your parents need life insurance, your aunts, your uncles, your kids, send me a message. I will get y'all in touch with this brother, and I guarantee you the rates is low. And he gonna look out for you, man. He gonna be genuine in what he tell to you. He won't just shy you away. But we gotta teach our families and our kids about life and the importance of life insurance. My mom and dad taught me early, even to burial plots.
Yeah.
My mom and dad didn't bought my stuff when I was like 10 years old. They was like, come on, we finna go for a ride. And I was like, where we going? We went to a graveyard. I'm like, what? Why am I here? Well, this is our plots.
You know you was scared.
I was terrified. I didn't know I was terrified. But they had already, my mom and dad had already got our plots when I was 10 years old.
Go ahead.
And
I'm just saying, there's conversations that people don't want to have because that's
it's extremely hard, especially if you got elder parents. Just like me, you the oldest daughter. You know what I'm saying? You're the oldest daughter, so one day you're gonna have this conversation with your mom and dad. Just like me and Mike, we the only kids. We're gonna have that conversation with our parents. I was just fortunate. Like for me, I'm fortunate enough that my mom and dad them they had the conversations with me when I was younger, but they took care of all that. So when the time comes, my grieving period is gonna be my grieving period. I ain't gotta worry about none of that mess. But at the same time, like my mom and dad them, they knew the value of those policies and the longevity of our life and, our kids and grandkids. So I know for a fact my family's gonna be straight. My kids gonna be straight, regardless of me, because it ain't about me. But my kids gonna be straight. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta get it. I gotta train myself and my kids to think like my dad did, my mom did. To stop worrying about me and worrying about their kids and their grandkids. And when we find people and people that's like-minded like that, that's when I honestly believe this whole thing is gonna shift. Everything is gonna shift because we're gonna stop living in the now. We're gonna stop worrying about the new J's that come out. We're gonna stop worrying about the new Range Rover or the new Bentley. We're gonna stop worrying about that, and we're gonna start looking at the reality. Some of us won't, but some of us will. And for that few that will see it, that's the ones that's gonna make that change. You know what I'm saying? That's when it's gonna change because we always fight for equality. But how are we gonna get equality when you get $100,000 and you go out there and spend $60,000 of it on a truck and some wheels?
Yeah, on bullshit.
There's no equality in that. Then 6 months from later, you're gonna be trying to call your homeboy up to get a pack so you can get the money back up.
But getting back to business, man. What I will say is this: as we look around our hometown now, at some point, the churches will eventually open back up. As of right now, there's nowhere to go eat after church. Right now would be a perfect time for somebody to open up a franchise. Yeah. Not necessarily soul food, but something like, perfect example, Cracker Barrel. You put a Cracker Barrel in this town, it will stay packed.
Yes.
Every Cracker Barrel stay packed. I don't even like Cracker Barrel.
What?
No, I'm not a Cracker Barrel fan.
I agree with what this man just said.
I'm not a fan of Cracker Barrel, but I have eaten there before. I
love Cracker Barrel.
And a Cracker Barrel stays packed. Another situation would be a cookout. I know there's one in Eden, but a cookout franchise would be ideal. And it probably wouldn't be that much to start up because it's gonna be just drive through.
Well, cookout. I've checked on cookout franchising, and they don't franchise because it's family owned. That's the only thing about places like that. They won't. They're basically just it's a family owned business, and
well, then hey, if you can't do cookout, remember Checkers was the same way.
Man, Chick-fil-A
ain't coming here. Chick-fil-A coming here.
You ain't even got the caliber of people to work at Chick-fil-A.
No, you're right. Hi, man. Thank you so much for coming. Hey, what about a Popeyes?
Popeyes would work.
Close down one of these Bojangles here. Man, they terrible.
Bojangles ain't gonna close down. But Popeyes would work.
Needs some restaurants, period.
You
right. To sit down and eat.
We just got
have to go 29 South just to go to a nice restaurant to sit down and eat.
You right. You absolutely right. And me and Sister have this discussion like all the time. Like, man, we need a restaurant. We need a
restaurant. You right back to Cracker Barrel.
Let's get a Stephanie's.
Cracker Barrel ain't coming to ring.
Let's get a Stephanie's.
Hell no.
What? You don't like Stephanie's?
I like it. I just don't like the attitude that I get every time I go in there.
Well, see, that we ain't got to have the same people from Greensboro working in it, brother.
How we go from Cracker Barrel to Stephanie?
Man, Stephanie's is a step above Cracker Barrel.
We got some folks that cook some good soul food around here. Yeah. They just need.
And listen, I just heard the other place closed down in Reedsville. The other day, Mama told me.
Farmers Table.
No, that place. I can't
Golden
think of the name
Corral.
of it.
Go grab
Listen,
Pinklow.
no, the black restaurant that was over there on Market Street. No, I don't know. Is that Market Street?
What black restaurant?
Oh yeah, you talking about Earl Spot?
A taste
Yeah,
of something.
Earl Spot.
Oh,
Whatever the name
Sophisticated
of that
Soul.
place
Yeah,
was.
but
Yeah.
I think
They've been down-
they're
they've been
making a
closed
move
since
though.
the,
They're making a move. I think she got
COVID.
a job promotion. You know what I'm saying? So I think they're moving. But somebody bought it. I'm not sure who bought it, but
Did we support it?
yeah, I went there.
Oh yeah, Sophisticated Soul
I went
Steakhouse.
there.
Support. I mean, did you went there? But did you go once?
No,
Or was you going every Sunday after church?
we went a lot. We went a lot. I ain't go every Sunday, man, because some Sundays you just gotta come home and eat, man. But we went there a lot though.
Your church right
I mean, I didn't never go because I don't live in Reedsville, but I heard that.
That's no excuse.
Why ain't it?
No, you come up here and you eat. It's home.
I rarely come to Reedsville.
So somebody said open up a meat and greens. What is that? I
don't
never
know
heard of
what
meat
it
and greens. Never heard of that. You ever heard of that?
Meat and greens.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know why I want to
what
eat.
you talking about, brother? Brother Greg, go and elaborate on that.
Yeah,
Unless you talking about well, I obviously talking about restaurant where you doing some home cooking.
But see, think about this though. Let's broaden the horizon. From a restaurant to everybody is on health now. To health store. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you need a gym.
Let's start not a gym, not necessarily a gym, just a health store where people they buy oils, they buy natural goods. A lot of people are doing that stuff, like stuff that natural herbs. You know what I'm saying? A health store.
What's up, Tiny? I see you.
Let's do open up a grocery store or just a farmer's market and have it there. Like, man, we went to Whole Foods yesterday and man, I had to move some money from my savings account to the checking just so I could get out of there.
Oh, you big money.
Oh God! I said, shoot, look, we walked in, sister grabbed the big bags. I said, what you getting that for? We ain't picking up with a couple things.
I mean, I like
Still
$100 too, but I shop with coupons. But listen, I would love to see a restaurant in Reedsville start, survive, and have some longevity. Now, listen, do y'all know about that restaurant in Reedsville, the Celtic Friend? You ever heard of that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, you ever been in there?
Yes.
Hell no.
It ain't no bigger than a shoebox.
It ain't.
But listen,
but they support it.
It ain't no bigger than a
they
shoebox.
support
But
it.
listen, I worked with the husband and wife who own it, Kim and I can't forget her husband's name, but her last name Kim Forster. Now, when they started that business, they had just left American Express, quit cold turkey, opened up a business with their savings. They decorated the restaurant with stuff out of their living room. And that was well over 10 years ago. Mm-hmm. And they still going strong. Now, why can't somebody from, that look like me and you do something like that?
We could. It's possible. We just got to get the, like I said, we just got to get the right people that's going to do it. And like I said, it's got to be, it's got to people that, like I said, it's got to be people that want to do these businesses. For one, yeah, you want it to be a success. For one, you want more for your family. But for two, you're doing it because
it's got to be a passion.
Yeah, it's got to be a passion, but you want to also be able to bless somebody else later on. You got to be able to. You got to have it in your heart that okay, these people came to my aid and helped me get started. I got to put back into this.
Yeah, you got to have support.
Yeah, instead of just getting your money and bouncing, you can't do that. We can't. That's why I say this committee has got to be like a group of individuals that see that, okay, this proposal right here will work. This individual right here will work. Like they genuinely, without the hoopla. And like I say, it's gonna have to be another. It's gonna be some. I hate to say legalities, but it will be some legalities to it because we're gonna be investing basically in your business without asking for an income. We just asking for you to just put back what we give you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's all we asking for. We ain't asking for no discounts when we come there. We ain't asking for none of that. We
You
just
know how
trying to
we do
promote.
now.
Yeah,
We
but we
gonna
just
have
trying to
to hook
promote
up.
black businesses in this area and surrounding areas. Like, and once we do that, if you think about this now, if you look at Reeves, just look at Reeves by itself, you see what? Just real, just storefront black businesses, less than two hands. You know what I'm saying? And that's because you're taking away the
That's excluding
barbershops.
barbershop.
That's taking away barber. Yeah, so we don't have them. But
I just
if
feel like somebody needs to talk to the Gorms and figure out how the House of Wax been open for 30 years.
I'm telling you,
Still.
Facts.
That's what you're talking about.
Facts.
Some business knowledge. How
Facts.
the
Yeah.
freak y'all still
Facts.
been open?
Facts. I mean, you talk to him, you talk to Jamie Jackson, talk to Lawrence. You know, guys are like that have been putting it in. They got business, like doing it.
Yeah.
Jamie been up there for got to be 20 years or more.
And what they selling in the House of Wax?
I don't know. I ain't bought an album.
Music.
Do anybody buy albums anymore?
CDs.
He might be.
CDs.
I'm gonna be quiet since
Come
I'm
on
on the
now.
Who you
live.
think he selling weed at the back door?
Man, we ain't gonna start that now. We ain't even gonna go there.
No,
Them
I'm
brothers
not
been
saying
good to the
that.
them brothers been good to the
No,
city.
man, them brothers some up. They some uplift up.
I'm just
Hey,
saying.
them good brothers, man. They some good brothers.
I'm just curious to know.
Hey, but you know what though?
selling?
If you think about this
Many
though,
records I got
it's
up there.
smart. It's smart though because if they got their hands in something and they're not letting it go, regardless of what.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They holding on to it, and that's what we got to do. We kind of got to
You talking about surviving
when
the
tough
sinking
get
ship.
when tough get hard. When stuff get hard, you don't let go. You keep
And it's
holding on to it.
family
You
run.
keep fighting. Yeah.
Yeah.
And them brothers
Yeah.
right there, man. I mean, hey, brother, Dr. Gorman, city councilman. You know, he fighting, but we gotta find people that's just want to make this community better. You know what I'm saying? And want to do good for the community. And when we do that, I think that's gonna be it. But that's my proposal to the By the Block program. You know what I'm saying?
I'm with it.
I can give a rat's A about the parking lot or the buildings that's pushed down as grass now. I'm talking about when we buy the block, we starting businesses. We're gonna eventually end up with a black construction company, a black bank.
You ought to have
urgent care.
all
If
that
we want to have a
talent,
black urgent
you ought to
care
have
that's 24
black
hours.
care services.
Yes.
You ought to have a car wash.
All
run
of
by
it.
somebody
All
black.
of it. That's what we got to
Somebody
get.
can buy that car wash down there across from the factory because it ain't got number cobwebs on it right now.
Now, they keep it clean. Oh, boy.
Do it work?
No, it don't work, but what's his name?
Oh, I ain't
What's my
think
man's
it.
name? My man's name that own the laundromat now. Caesar. His name's Caesar, I think, the Hispanic guy. He
One across the street.
Yeah, one across the street. They own it. And he bought
I went
that.
down there
I
to
think he
get some
bought that
change
from
out the
guy.
little change machine. There ain't no quarters.
Oh
in
no,
it.
ain't no change. Ain't been no
just
change
came
in this
on the
since
wrong day, that's all.
1997. Ain't been no change in this since 97.
Since your president
Yeah,
got you
Oscar.
under
That's his name,
change,
Oscar.
ain't no change no goddamn wearing shit.
But see, look though.
Hell no. Somebody explain this shit to me.
What's that?
How the hell in my 47 years we had all this change? I ain't never had. I used to go to the store. How the hell this shit come about? They shut down the Mint for about 2 months. Like that is not a fucking essential business. Excuse my language, but I said what I said. And now we ain't got no change.
Think about this, man.
I got more change in my damn car right now.
How many times have you been? Because I've been to the convenience store like lately, and she may come up and say it's $4.87 or such some change, and I may give her a 5 or 10, and if it's like $8, I say just give me the dollar back, keep the change. You know what I'm saying,
Bruh.
I'll take the dollar. The change is just keep it because I
Where
know.
did the change go?
Shit,
If we got a change shortage,
45,
where did the change go?
45 guy.
And then you talk about, I know people talk about that we move into a digital currency. Mm-hmm. My shit got hacked about 3 weeks ago.
What?
Yeah. I got hacked. My shit got my account got hacked while I was driving home from work. And you know everybody got their damn alerts on their phone. I can show the shit to you right now. I'm driving down 29, almost home, and my shit going off $20, $20, $20, $20. I lost $500. I got the shit back the other day, but goddamn it.
So they tell you where it was coming from? They tell you where it was coming from?
Somewhere in Ohio.
We need to take a
At a
trip.
convenience store.
Take a trip.
I got my money back now.
Still take a trip.
No, we need to take a trip. Once I got my money
clicking
back.
on them videos on Facebook. That's what you need to
he
click
sent out
on.
the video.
Hold on, player. Hold on, player.
Don't click this
Hold
video.
on,
It
man.
wasn't me.
Hold on now. I did that one time.
Don't click the video. It wasn't me. You see a girl with a hair pulled back.
But anyway.
Baby on the back.
But anyway, you know what I'm saying? If we go into a digital currency, that's gonna happen a lot.
But
And
see,
then
that
you gonna
brings
have-
me back around. That brings me back around to e-commerce businesses.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, that's where the money is to be made.
It is. It is.
E-commerce.
Well, we talking about protecting our money right now. The money that we already got in the bank. You know,
Hey, so when they was taking the $20, were they taking $20.22, or they were taking no change? They was leaving you
think I'm playing?
That's shit funny as hell to me.
You think I'm out there
You know
playing?
what?
I am not playing.
No, I don't believe you playing. I believe you. I also believe you. But
Damn it.
I don't know where the change went, but you know, it's crazy.
I got a half a jar in here, so I don't know where. I don't know if that's breaking the country or not.
Everybody got grandparents and grandma that had a Folgers canned cup of coffee with a whole bunch of change and shit in it. So don't tell me to change. We got to change short. There's something going on. Be honest about it. And all this just happened to go on in an election year with Mr. Asshole as the president. And no, I ain't drunk. I ain't had but one drink. So
The change is wherever the sanitizing wipes and the Lysol is at.
Hey, we ain't gonna never have Lysol. I believe that's done.
I thought that it came back though.
No.
Well,
find
it
no
depends
Lysol.
on where you go. I got me 3 cans from Lowe's Hardware store.
Oh, did you? Lysol, or the
The
spray
I
that
don't buy no off-brand disinfectant. I need the name brand. Lysol.
Okay, all right.
I mean,
You got Lowe's.
if it's 99.9%, what the name got to do with it? I mean,
I don't trust
it
it.
cleans.
I don't trust it. You know, they always talking about it's the same. Well, no, it ain't the same.
It's
Something
the
different.
same.
I don't believe it.
It's the same, just made up.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. This is like great value. I don't fuck around with that either.
All did nothing like that.
All right, man. What time is it?
It's about time to wrap this up.
We're gonna go ahead and wrap this up. So, since you on, why don't you go and hit us with some closing remarks here? She done hung
Y'all
up.
put me off guard. Y'all gotta give me time.
Man, can you get the cricket
like
sound
this.
right quick? Hit the cricket right quick.
Don't put me on the spot like that. So now y'all got time to think.
Hit the cricket
Oh,
sound.
so now we got time to think.
I mean, you paused for about 32 seconds.
Thought you hung up.
Don't put me on the spot like that. I appreciate y'all for giving me a call on this good old Sunday evening.
Yes.
I love supporting y'all. But you know, don't put me on the spot like that no more.
We
Okay?
got you.
So,
Ain't nobody
so
scared-
you
ain't
ain't
nobody
gonna
scared
have
of
no
you.
closing comments.
I ain't got no closing comments. That's my closing comment right there.
Ain't nobody scared of you.
All right, well, Issue, we appreciate it. We're gonna let you go.
All right.
All right, cuz. Love you.
All right.
All right. Love you too. Bye bye.
All right.
All right, dog. Well, I guess it's on you.
Oh man, for me tonight has been it's been a good night, man. I feel good about this one. I think that the questions that Cuz asked about the by the block program that we trying to put together were valid questions. And if anybody else got any questions about it, suggestions, if you'd like to be part of this, hey, hit us up, man. We serious about this thing. we gonna get it going. We gonna and when we put together and get that first business started for somebody, we gonna celebrate, man. We gonna celebrate and But like I said, if y'all got any questions, comments, concerns, hey, hit us up. And like I said, it ain't just gotta be just here, man. We try to branch this thing out because we gotta get community ain't just about this area. It's about all of us. We got members all the way from Texas to Ohio and Florida, California. I think we got members from everywhere.
Up north.
Yeah, up. So we trying to get this thing rolling. You know, it ain't just about me, Mike, and Timmy. You know what I'm saying? It ain't about us. It ain't about we said what we said. It's about we said what we said, and we're gonna do what we said we're gonna do, and we're gonna get these people to be productive members of society, get their businesses going, get people educated, get them moving in the right direction for their families' longevity. That's what we're gonna do. So, with that being said, man, peace and love. I love all of y'all. Any questions, comments, concerns, inbox me, inbox Mike, inbox Timmy. Send us a text if you got our numbers. If you don't, just send us a message and like, share.
Answer numbers, but I don't know.
Yeah, you better text me first. Let me know who you is. So, but hey, love y'all, man. Hey, y'all be blessed.
All right, for me, man, I'm just gonna get back on the on the upcoming election. I'm sure by now, regardless of what party you represent, you are probably getting texts or phone calls regarding who you're voting for, or are you voting, or are you registered, and things like that. If you are a person who doesn't like what's going on in this country, you need to register and you need to vote. If you want to change from what you see happening day to day, you need to get registered. If you haven't got registered already, and you need to get out and vote. Myself, Tim, and Demetrius made a promise to be out there and helping people get to the polls on election day if they need to. We're going to follow up on that. We're going to stand on that. But what I need Black America to do is to stop making damn excuses for not voting for this person or that person. I know it's a lot of people that don't agree with what Biden or Kamala Harris may have done in their past, but when I hear that, and then I hear you guys being the same people that hate what's going on now with the current administration, you have two choices. That's it. You only have two. And not voting is a vote for the other side, any way you look at it. So, Black America, we got to get out. Do your research on these candidates. All right? And make a conscious decision, but you got to vote. And more importantly than that, let me just give you a scenario. Let's say the clown wins again. Okay? What about all these people underneath? What about the senators and the congressmen? Your governors? Your mayors? Those are the people that you can get out and touch. Those are the people that affect you the most. Those are the ones you got to really do some research on. Because if 45 wins again, God forbid he does, but if 45 wins again, I hope he doesn't get the control that he has now. Even though I feel he's a puppet and there's people behind the scenes pulling the strings. We need to change some of those strings. You know, we need to make some changes in some of these lower offices that are below the office of the presidency. So, Black America, we got to get out and do our part. We got to get out and do our part. We did our part when Obama was president. You gotta start doing your part every election, not just when Obama's president. So, with that being said, man, please get out, do your research on these candidates. I'm not gonna tell you who to vote for, even though I may want to, but I'm not. But I do need you to vote. I do need you to get registered if you haven't already. I'm not sure what the deadline is. I think it's sometime in October. I'm not sure, but if anybody that knows the deadline, please put it in the comments. You can do it online. If you haven't registered, you can go to your local election board and they can give you the information. But understand this. Like I said, I get the texts and the phone calls from the Democratic Party all the time. I don't get a damn thing from the Republican Party. They don't want my vote. They do not want my vote. They already know who I voted for in the past. What the fuck is this?
This is the junk bill I get.
Man, you the one clicking on the damn video. Anyway.
Oh God.
I don't get anything from the Republican Party because they don't want my vote. They don't want it. They probably don't need it. They could care less. So, with that being said, man, just get out, do your research. I want to say thank you to everybody that supports us, supports this platform, supports the page. Big shout out to everybody that supported Black Family Day. I want to say a big shout out to Brother Amar for keeping that going. That's, I believe, 24, 25 years strong that he's had Black Family Day, and we definitely appreciate that. And as always, man, do your research on your candidates. Election day is coming up. It's coming close, so we got to get ready and we got to do this thing. So with that being said, man, get ready to get up out of here. My man on the keyboards over here, Dick.
Keep hope live.
And for my man that didn't make it here, we still got his mic ready though. Oh, Jimmy T. He sent his love and well wishes. He couldn't make it today, but he'll be back next week. And for myself, I want to say thank you. We love you. God bless y'all. Y'all have a good night. And as always, we said what we said.